Hey, what's up, guys? Trying to go live today. Since someone thought I was going live anyway, I thought, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go live. Give people a chance to come on in. Plus, I thought this would be a good subject. Hey, what's up, guys? Castlevania, Extortion Watchers, how are you guys doing today? Pamela, hey, Extortion Watchers, that was a pretty good comment you had on the video. I don't know if you read my reply to it yet, but yeah, you brought up a really uh, good point about how maybe some of our rights are being taken away. But then again, it wasn't from not using them. So it didn't really fit, but it was a good point of how, yeah, rights are being taken away in a way because of, if you commit a felony, you're not able to vote or have a gun. What's up, Johnny D? Okay, cool, great. I didn't see it yet, so yeah. But today I want to talk something a little differently about all these anti-maskers out there. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because I was actually, as you can tell, I hope you guys can tell, sound is a little better. I got more headphones, so hopefully the sound is better. Anyway, I was in Walmart and I went in there and I had my mask on and all that, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna just go around this whole store and I'm gonna see how many people are actually not wearing a mask, and I did. And can you guys guess how many people were actually not how many people were not wearing masks in Walmart while I was there during the day? Well, what would you guys think? Oh, okay, source watchers is great. Um, but as a private business, they can do whatever the hell they want. Like I always say, they can make you wear a tutu, a polka dot tutu if they want. Yeah, no one was not wearing a mask. It's absolutely source watchers. No one was not wearing a mask. Every single person was wearing a mask. In fact, everywhere I go into any private business, I've not run into one person that is not wearing a mask. Um, it's a it's a small percentage of people that are really taking issue with this. They're really trying to push this point, and I get it. I get not wanting to. We're so used to not wearing a mask in the store, and they're uncomfortable. I hate wearing them, especially when it's so hot like it is here. It's been like 100 all week, and it's like it's going to be like this next week too. So I get it. It's not comfortable. It's not fun, and it doesn't prevent you from getting the coronavirus, which is understandable. It doesn't even stop you from spreading it. It cuts it down. It makes it to where it's less likely for you to go. Not less likely, but it cuts the chances of you spreading it to other people. What's up, Kimbles? And their masters also cry that they're pro-life. Oh wow. What's up, Sancho? Yeah, but nobody was not wearing masks, and I thought that was what's up, Kimber. I thought that was really freaking interesting, and I just wanted to get everyone's opinion in here. Like, first of all, if you are anti-maskers, no one's going to persecute you here. You can feel free to say if you are one. But is there anybody in chat right now that is an anti-masker? And if so, would you like to come up and maybe explain why you are? And I promise you, I'm not going to attack you. I'm neither for or against masks. I'm against those who have the need to shame everyone. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. There are a lot of people that go out there. If somebody decides to not wear a mask, they do shame people. Like, "Oh, how dare you do something like that?" And I'm with you on that, Cheryl. I totally don't think that is very right at all. But then again, that just comes from fear and not completely understanding the situation that they're in, which is sad. What's up, Stuck? No, no, nowhere much. Exactly, Cat. I hate them too. But yeah, I wear them too because one, I need to shop. I need to go places, and unfortunately, here in California, at least, they're required. A lot of states are like that now. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure not all 50 states are like that yet, but in a lot of states, it's like that. So the mask is important to me. I have cancer and no immune system, so the mask means a lot to me. See, yeah, see, Kimmel's, yeah, I agree that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel. If you're an anti-masker, I would really like you to come up. Because I don't know, I would like to have a nice conversation about it if you are one. Even if you're not, you can. It's fine. Just no, that's not right. That's the last YouTube video. No, I have to redo that. Damn it. Give me a moment. What's up, Murpha? Hey, Randy. All right, I'm gonna put this. Dude, this is right now. There we go. People who wear masks are weak. Well, you can come right up to Debate Me channel. There's a link right there. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. That would be great. I've worn a mask for 3 years, but not to prevent disease. It's hard to explain, but wind and cold take my breath away. I can understand that. Some people are really sensitive to that. Like I know when it's really cold, sometimes I have a hard time breathing. Like right now, today, it's tough going outside because of all the fires that are around me. There's like all these you guys have heard about all these California fires, pretty close, and you see the hue in the air, and you can smell the smoke, and just it's pretty freaking. The air quality is horrible right now, so it's not a good idea for me to go out anywhere because of all the smoke and crap. There is a virus out there killing people, but wearing a mask is against our civil rights because reasons. What's up, Friday Busters? Again with my hobby house. What's going on, Robert? That's the way coming starts. Acceptance. Okay. Yeah, that's true. No, that is true. That's absolutely true. Let me see. Debate me. It's not letting me add you on. Uh, maybe try coming on again. It's for some reason it's not letting me. Try going out and back in again. Sorry. Do you think the government put poison on the mass and they're killing slowly to populate? No, come on. Really, Extortion Watchers? What? Did you hear that? Is that like real? Is that a real fear? I hope not, because that's a pretty out there fear. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I think it's gonna work this time. All right, what's up, Debate Me? It worked this time.
Hey, can you hear me?
Sure can.
All right. So the thing is, all these people that are walking around wearing these masks, masks don't really work. I mean, you think about wearing a mask and you can smell someone's body odor through the mask, and you expect that's going to stop a virus. The virus can actually go through the mask and still infect you. So the real point of the mask is really fear mongering, and the media is just trying to scare people into basically compliance. And that's really what it's all about.
Okay, I see what you're saying, and absolutely agree with you that the masks are not 100% going to stop the spread of coronavirus. The masks, if you even look on the box themselves, it says that they don't, but it does somewhat stop it. It doesn't stop it, but it stops. It slows the spread. That there's medical knowledge. I mean, there's proof that it does slow the spread, and I think that's the whole reason behind them. They're trying to slow it because if you remember, we were so slow to react as a country, as a world, to get this thing under control. We need to do whatever we can to kind of get it slowed down. Can you
So,
understand that?
so actually, the comments that I made earlier are pretty much the kind of arguments that I think people are making who aren't wearing masks.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actually my point of views, and I want to clarify one of the reasons why I think people are thinking the way that I described earlier.
Okay.
It's because people believe what they want to believe, right? So if you believe that the mask thing is some kind of a hoax and it's the media trying to scare people and the government's trying to do whatever, then you're gonna latch onto any bit of thing that's gonna support that. You get an inch, you're gonna take a mile. So
Mhm.
when you find out, wait a minute, the masks aren't perfect, you can actually still get the virus. This is ridiculous. Here's the deal. No one ever said masks are perfect,
Right.
right? But the thing is that using masks can reduce the spread of the virus. I think somewhere like 20% or 30% or something like that. And when you're dealing with 100, what is it, millions of people that have the coronavirus, I mean,
Yeah.
reducing the spread by even 10%, that's a lot of people. And
Absolutely.
also, it's not just about you wearing the mask, it's also about the people around you. Because here's the deal. Yes, in theory, if I'm only wearing a mask, in theory, if you're sick, the virus can get around my mask or through my mask and get to me. But if you're also wearing a mask, so we're both wearing masks, so the virus has to go through your mask. It has to survive through the air because it actually, not all of it's going to make it across. Some of it's going to get broken down by the wind and it won't make it to you. And then by the time it gets to you, it also has to penetrate your mask. The odds of it making it that far are very low. And it's also, it's not a matter of, it's either you get the virus or not. You have to get enough of the virus. So even if the virus, some of it still makes it through your mask, it may not be enough to make you sick. But of course, people who don't want to believe that, they don't want to think like that. All they hear about is that it's not perfect, so what's the point? But that's because they don't want to. They're stuck in this. It's a hoax, and the media is trying to whatever. So they're not dealing with the nuance, which is all the kind of stuff that I just mentioned.
Yeah, and another thing is, a lot of people don't want to believe that this virus is real. They want to believe that it's some man-made population control type thing. This is the way the world kind of ends, sort of like to some people, and it is real. And I think unless the problem with a lot of people is a lot of it's not close enough to home. If
Yes.
one of these people that didn't believe that it was real, if one of their loved ones, their girlfriend or their wife or their sister, brother,
Yes.
cousins, barber, whatever got it, it was close enough to home, then they would have to believe it. There'd be no denial whatsoever. And also, the biggest issue, at least to me, I think also is the fact that it's not as deadly as, say, some of these other virus outbreaks, like Ebola or something like that. It's not nearly as deadly or dangerous. But it is dangerous, but it's not nearly as deadly. And that's another factor that people are just they're using it as an excuse. Well, it's not real because I don't know anyone that has it, or it's not killing enough people, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean it's not real. That just makes it even more dangerous.
Here's the way that I put that. I really feel that we have become the United States of Hollywood. So basically what it is we watch all these movies with all this drama and explosions and all that kind of stuff, and we've been sort of programmed that that's the way things work. But that's Hollywood. Hollywood makes something that is sort of not that big of a deal seem very, everything's dramatic, right? So what I'm getting at is, what some people are expecting is bodies on the ground, and you walk outside your apartment and it's like there's like 3 people dead over there and the sirens are going by. You go to the hospital and it's like people just piling up and everyone's like, we got to get in. Like, that's a movie. In real life, it's not necessarily that dramatic, right? But people don't appreciate that. They just see on TV, they see a number, 170,000 people dead. Like, what does that even mean? I look outside, I just see trees and I see people walking around, and to them it's like it's all made up. They need the
Absolutely.
drama.
Absolutely. And definitely, I will agree with you. And I do agree with the media, with if their belief that the media is spreading this. Yeah, I think the media is putting um, more on this than they should. It's deadly. It's dangerous. It needs to be stopped. Um, but I think that they're focusing too much on the fact that our politicians are making it a political matter when it really shouldn't be. It should just be a human. It should be human lives matter, not a political matter. And I think the media has enough power to where they should be able to say, "Look, motherfuckers, you need to shut the fuck up. We're gonna tell the people, it's dangerous, blah 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 blah. Get away from the politics side." I know that's never gonna happen, but I think that would help a lot more people come to the realization that this shit is real. Because when you
Okay.
got
Hello, Ken.
politicians, Democratic, Republican, no matter who, independents, whatever, saying it's not real, they're going to believe those people because they're in power. They have sway. So the media is definitely not helping the situation, and neither are the politicians for that matter.
Is he stuck in
Um,
the YouTube or something?
Yeah, that's me. How you doing, Kenny?
Doing all right? How are you?
Good. Okay, let me first start by saying number one, it's a hoax. COVID-19. It's caused by 5G. No, just kidding. No,
Oh man, you got us real good.
yeah. No, seriously though, you guys are right. We have to. It doesn't stop it. It minimizes it. As much as it's a pain in the ass to wear the fucking mask, at least it should slow it down to a degree that it's in a more manageable state, so that we don't all die, and wipe out the human race. And we have a responsibility as an individual, like to make sure that we protect ourselves and anybody else that we interact with, because I don't want on my conscience, as I've said before in a couple other panels, I don't want to know that if I was carrying it, even though I'm not sick, and I got somebody else sick, and then 3 other people died because I was carrying it, right? And I didn't actually do what I possibly could do, not that it's guaranteed, to wear the mask, then it's on my conscience. I don't want that,
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I think also the argument of where they focus on that it's not perfect. I mean, you can use that logic with so many things. So look at we have speed limits, right? So they say speed limit 65. Hey man, you can crash at 35 miles per hour. You can crash at 50 miles per hour. You can crash at 65 miles per hour, right? But the point is, if you're driving on the highway doing 150 miles per hour, the danger increases much, much higher, right? And I know that's kind of getting into another conversation, because I know some of those rules are not real about safety. It's about revenue generation. But let's put that aside and just focus on the fact that, you can put whatever speed you want and you can crash. Like I said, literally, you can crash at 10 miles per hour, but the faster you're going, the more the danger. So it's not like the masks are going to stop everything and, the pandemic is over now, everyone's wearing masks. No, it's just that the amount of people dying will be drastically reduced. Even 20% is like, wow, that's a lot of people saved.
It's significant, exactly. And I mean, I see some of the stuff that people are like, well, I shouldn't, like, what was it? El Bay, that El Bay chick from the Moorish thing. She was on Mr. Swindle's stream yesterday, and she started going on about the masks, about how they're, oh my God, like they're a form of bondage, so they don't need to wear them, and they shouldn't have to wear them, and they can refuse. And I just was losing my mind when I was listening to that. So,
yeah, but when you come to those type of people, these are the same type of people that believe they don't have to pay taxes either. When it comes to the morals,
right?
Anything they say. And another thing, someone brought up, I'm sorry, Randy Nicole said, you can have it and not have any symptoms.
That's what I said. That's what I said a minute ago. Like if I'm carrying it and I'm talking to people, I'd rather be wearing the mask when I'm dealing with people and know that I've minimized the risk to them, who then it's a chain effect, right? So whoever they deal with, that 3 people down the line, that somebody else gets sick because I was carrying it. Yeah, I don't want that. I want at least done my part.
Let me address the fear stuff. They talk about I'm not going to live my life in fear and all that kind of. Okay, listen, I'm a United States Air Force veteran. I'm also a sports bike rider. When I ride my motorcycle on a racetrack at 150 miles per hour plus, I don't have any airbags. I don't have any protection. I make a mistake, I could be dead just like that. Yep. I do not live my life in fear. In fact, right now, even though I wear my mask, I don't worry about COVID-19, right? I'm aware of it. I respect it. I do my social distancing. I do my quarantine, but I'm not worried about it because I know what I can do to be safe. And I just do that. But I focus on living my life. Like they talk about, I'm living my life. I'm doing the things that I enjoy safely.
Right.
Not sitting around worrying about, I'm going to catch COVID-19. No, right? Just because you're wearing a mask doesn't mean you're afraid. You don't wear a seatbelt because you're afraid you're going to crash. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, you go back to that whole speed thing. The laws of physics will work against you when you go as you go faster. And the cities and the provinces and the states don't want to be wiping your ass off the fucking concrete when you kill yourself.
Yep.
You know, that's what they don't want to happen. It has nothing to do with that whole revenue. And again, another argument, but revenue generation. It's just a matter of you're right. You have to protect yourself. You do what you can. On a motorbike, that's just ridiculous. You should be driving a car and doing 150. At least you're safer, right? Not much, but
Right now,
my
if anybody is just coming in, we're talking about anti-maskers, and right now, if there's anybody in here who is an anti-masker, you guys can feel free to come on. No one's going to attack you about it. We would like to hear your reasoning for why not, and maybe a logical argument to it. And I love to hear one. I'm sure everyone here in chat would like to hear it. And no one's going to attack you if you do it or not. But just right now, everyone who is on panel agrees that COVID is real, and the masks, while are not 100%, but then again, neither are condoms. Hell, even even cold medicine. There is no cure for the common cold. Why? There's probably because there's way too much money in solving and just taking care of the
no,
symptoms.
it's one of those viruses that mutates itself on a regular basis. So it's very very hard to kind of get under control. But
Well,
I
no, I
I
think
only heard one argument about the
cold.
anti-vaccine. Not vaccine.
The cold has way too much money. There's so many different brands of cold medicine that they're not worried about finding a cure for that because uh, companies like Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer, well, Pfizer's in the cold medicine business, but companies in that business are making a killing because a cold is like, you can get a summer cold, you can get a cold in August, in July, in January, February. It's just big business, and there's no rush for a cure because it's not deadly enough unless you have underlying conditions or whatnot. And there's too much money in it. That's my opinion on why they won't do the cold.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
as far as I've been reading a lot of stuff, and I actually saw the other day that Russia has actually approved a vaccine for COVID-19. Now, people are kind of wary about it because everyone thinks Russia is going to cut corners. So,
we're
what
gonna
do you
cut
guys?
corners. Talking about Russia, we're gonna cut corners.
Yeah, so I definitely think they cut corners. Now, if this were a vaccine that was provided worldwide, and you knew it was a Russian company that did it, would you be wary to take it, or would you say nope, just give it to me? I want to get this over and done with.
Well, I'd be kind of on the fence, but you say rushing it. Well, you got to remember that 50 plus 100 years ago when we were trying to find vaccines for different things like polio and whatever else, it took a very, very long time to discover it. Nowadays, we have 7 billion people on the planet. We have a lot of smart minds. So, there's a good chance that they actually have the actual vaccine. Right?
They have a vaccine, but how effective is it?
We don't know yet. Well, we don't know, right? Because we don't know how much testing is required, needed, and yada, yada, yada. But the fact that there's a vaccine already created, I don't see it as a rush because we have a lot of brilliant minds across this planet. I'm not surprised it's come out so fast.
Okay, no, but then again, look at it this way: for any other medication, it takes years and years and years of studies so they could get down how many what the side effects are, long term use. I mean, think of it this way: how many medications do you know that have been called back because 10, 15 years later they find out, hey, this is killing people. We should probably take this off the shelf. Oh, now we're going to lose money because people are suing us because we rushed this.
But a lot of those other diseases and stuff haven't affected as many people as COVID has.
Well, that's not true. The cold has affected much more people.
Oh, no. Okay, aside from the cold and the fact that we don't really have a cure for it, I'm talking about, you're talking about all the other vaccines and other medications that have been put out there that have been recalled. Yeah, like there's been a less of a overall population to have it administered to where you find those problems versus COVID, which is pretty much the whole goddamn planet.
Hey, you guys that are listening in, show some support for Kenny for giving us this platform. Just click on the like button. We have 14 likes. Let's get some more likes in here. That'd be nice.
Oh, he always gets my download, so don't worry.
Yeah, no, but see, I see what you're saying again, but I just feel like they rushed it. I mean, no U.S. company has come up with anything. U.S. companies are testing, right?
Right.
They're trying to make sure this is going. They have many, many candidates, and I get it that Russia wants to be the first company, and there's money in being the first company, but the first option is not always the best option because the first option naturally had less testing time, right? It 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 has doesn't have the most up to date research. So I mean, there's an issue with that. I honestly would be. Uh, I don't know if I take a virus. I don't know if I take the vaccine that Russia is gonna have out there because I like to see more work on it. I like to see how it affects people.
Oh,
I just feel
let them bring it out and test it out on their local population and see how many people conk out in the process.
no. Why that would be like what they did with the whole syphilis thing in the unite with our government. Don't do it on the public. You know, do it secret. I mean, do the testing, but do it. Pay people for the testing. Give them placebos. Do it the right way. Do everything kosher. Get it done so that way there's no big issue if you have to have a callback or something.
Right.
Why
Now,
rest?
is Russia prepared to do that though?
No, they've already proved it. It's already been approved. There's already a vaccine approved in Russia.
Oh, it's
They're getting ready to give it to
to
people.
market. So it's going to market.
It's already approved. They're trying to figure out a way how to give it to people and whether it's going to be mandatory or not. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a virus. I'm not talking about a vaccine that's still in the works. No, done, finito. They're ready. This is what I'm talking about. Rushed. It was completely rushed.
Well, that part is rushed, bringing it to market. I agree, but actually finding the cure possibly, it's pretty quick. It's pretty good. I'm impressed if it is actually does work.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, they're also not doing it. There's also a different way they're using. I can't remember the term they're using, but they're not. They're making this vaccine. The reason they're getting it so fast is because they're using what is it? Nano something.
Nanotechnology.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure that's it.
I
It's
think
something else.
nanotechnology. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's something else though. I'm not quite sure, but it's a different way of coming up with a vaccine. But it's working to where it's getting the immune system to respond, and of course that's what a vaccine is going to do. But that's what all these companies are working on. Because if they went the old-fashioned route, you wouldn't have a freaking cure for another 2 or 3 years easy.
Oh, at least, yeah. I
But this
mean,
new way,
it
the
all
question
fair.
is, but the thing is, again, it's unproven technology, and they got to make sure they get all the kinks out, all the bugs out, and make sure they get because this is going to be mass distributed throughout the world. This isn't like a new Kool-Aid flavor or a new aspirin.
Drink
This is
their
something
Kool-Aid, kids. Yeah.
hugely distributed and could have disastrous effects if not done right.
No, I agree. No, I agree. Now, the thing is, if it does, I mean, if it's brought here, then or to North America, our governments have to be responsible and take a look at it and enforce the proper testing of it first. If that's the case, if it's not already proven by that point, you know,
Hey,
right?
Hold
Kenny.
on, hold on. What's up, Chief? Welcome to the panel.
Hey, Kenny, how's it
I'm
going
actually going to
tonight?
jump off. But
Gee.
before I jump off, I just wanted to quickly mention from the anti-mask conversation about the liberal snowflakes. The liberal snowflakes who are so weak that wearing a mask for an hour just to do grocery shopping is just too much. It's uncomfortable. They can't breathe. obviously I'm being facetious. So you have a group of people that are talking about liberal snowflakes, but yet wearing a little cloth mask for an hour. I don't like wearing it. I don't want to ever have to wear a mask, but I'm not so weak that I can't do it for an hour or two in the supermarket. It's like,
Well,
that is
exactly.
insane.
Debate me. Remember, it's a hoax. 5G caused this whole virus. Remember this, okay? All right.
All right, guys, be well. Thanks, Kenny.
So I'll turn up the music. So it's got some music playing in the background.
Not mine.
Keith,
Steve,
can you turn down the music? Turn it off, please.
How's it going, everybody?
Turn the music
Hey,
off.
background. You got some background noise.
Oh, turn that down.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we're just anti-maskers, and then we just got into the subject about Russia, who just came out with a vaccine. They approved a vaccine for the COVID virus. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's too soon? Do you think they should have researched it a little longer? And do you think because it's Russia that they cut corners, or what do you think about all that?
I don't know. I mean, when this whole thing originated from that one certain region in China, it seemed to just explode. But however, with the city that it actually originated from, they have absolutely like almost 0 cases at the time. So that kind of makes me think that they had an antidote. This might have been a chemical weapon, and this might, the thing is they have the antidote, and they're not sharing it with the rest of the planet. Now, that's just my idea. I don't know if it's true, or I don't know if it's not true, but it just seems kind of fishy.
No, what was fishy is that they misrepresented the numbers from the beginning, and they were hiding a lot of information right from the get-go.
Right.
And that's
right.
There was no antidote at the time. It is a virus that got out of control at their end. They failed to act on it. They failed to tell the truth, and unfortunately, the rest of the world has suffered the consequence. Russian, vodka, yeah.
Yeah, Comfort Doll. I'm with you on that one. Most of the people that I've noticed that are anti-maskers, to at least the ones I've met and seen, are conservatives, not really the liberals that are. I think the liberals are more willing to wear it. It's the conservatives that are like, no, you can't do this, and they'll go wearing the chicken coop mask or whatever, something silly. Yeah, so I agree with you on that one. And yeah, 99% vodka, it probably is. But hey, alcohol probably does kill the coronavirus. I guarantee you, it probably does.
Kills a lot of things, actually.
You probably poison yourself.
You know what? If alcohol's the cure, I'm willing to explore that to the fullest extent.
All right. Cheers.
That's concentrated an amount of alcohol that you would freaking die.
All right. Well, I'm going to be down.
It was funny watching all those bikers up in South Dakota, up in Sturgis, just having fun. Nobody's wearing a mask, and so far I haven't heard of any kind of major breakout in that area.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. I sure saw the government with planes throwing out virus fumes. Oh, that would be funny if that were the case. I can see our government doing some stupid shit like that, though.
Oh, you mean he's talking about chemtrails? Chemtrails.
We're not going the conspiracy route. Sorry, no, we're not going to do that.
Come on,
no.
Conspiracies are fun.
Not gonna do it. But yeah, this virus is absolutely real, and I do hope that they find a vaccine. But then again, it comes to play when they do find a vaccine, should it be mandatory? And just think of the issues of that. If they decide to make it mandatory, that's going to cause a big issue with.
Well,
that if even if they didn't make it mandatory, that enough people would get the vaccine in order to at least return things to whatever the new norm is going to be, because things are probably never going to go back to the way they were before the coronavirus.
No, they weren't. I think after everything is proven and it says, yes, it's definitely a working vaccine, then yes, make it fucking mandatory. But we want to hear something scary. The other day, I bought a cloth mask. I got a couple of the disposable ones I keep in my car just in case. But I lost my cloth mask, and believe it or not, when I lost it, I got stressed out, and I was checking all my pockets. I was looking under my car seat. I was looking here, looking there, and it stressed me out that I couldn't find the fucking thing when I could just walk up to the store and buy another one.
Oh, they want an arm and a leg for it. I went to GNC. I went to GNC the other day they wanted $9.99 for like a 16-ounce thing of hand sanitizer. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, everyone's like, "Well, it has lotion in it." I don't care if it has lotion. I'm not paying that much.
Yeah, that's called price gouging, my friend.
That is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But use soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water. That's just right now until they prove otherwise. That seems to work just as good.
Unless you have like an alcohol-based soap, it's not going to kill as many germs as hand sanitizer will. Again, alcohol kills the virus. I mean,
so you go down to the liquor store and buy yourself a whole whack ton of vodka.
It's not strong enough alcohol.
Vodka? I don't know.
No.
I'm talking about consumption. I'm talking about consumption. I'm not talking about on your body.
What is it? It's wood alcohol that you're talking about, like the kind you put on a cut.
Yeah, like rubbing alcohol, like ice. I don't even know that isotropical. I don't know how to say it. Whatever. Yeah, it's one that you're not supposed to drink. Like, yeah.
Right.
It's
the kind you use for first aid.
Yeah, it's like pure alcohol. It's the cleansing kind. It sterilizes. That's what it does. Unless you get something that you're not killing nearly as many with soap. And then again, think of it this way: not everybody washes their hands the way you're supposed to wash your hands. There's a set way to do it to where it kills the most germs. Most people go in, they'll put their hands under the water, they'll do the soap, they'll do it for like 2, 3, 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds top, and then they'll go on a rinse. That's not killing nearly enough germs.
True.
There we go. Isopro.
If you have if you have the lotion, the hand sanitizer, that usually kind of takes care of the rest, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, a lot of people just don't wash their hands properly, and I think that's what the hand sanitizer is there for. And yeah, they're price gouging the shit out of it, just like when toilet paper was such an issue. And have you noticed a lot of electronics have actually gone up because of the fact that they can't get them as freely because of the COVID and all the restrictions on traveling and getting product to stores. Like I went to Walmart today. I had a specific pair of headphones I wanted to get. I couldn't get them because they were sold out. I mean, they hardly had anything there. I could get like some cheap shit. So I was not going to pay $200 for a pair of freaking headphones.
No,
just wasn't going to.
That's non-essential items. For the essential items, we're gonna, those are the priority for most of these. Like for places like Walmart right now. I mean, they don't prioritize for headphones and stereo equipment and laptops and electronics and junk like that. They focus on things like food and your paper products and whatnot, and clothing for people. That's their focus.
Okay, yeah, that is true, but that's not the point I'm trying to bring up. Let's say if they had like products, whatever, from China, right? They're not going to be able to get those. That's the same reason they can't get the electronics. You see what I'm saying? Because the travel restrictions, the restrictions on getting product to places. So it's not necessarily, it's not only just what type of product it is. It's getting it overseas with COVID going on.
Right.
So that's
the thing. When every cargo ship that comes into our waters has to be quarantined for a certain amount of time.
It's going to sit there for a while. For sure.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be, because we don't want to, I'll give you a prime example. That murder wasp that's supposed to be invading our country that fucking species of wasp came over on cargo ships from overseas. And that's how the damn species got here to begin with.
Welcome to our global society, folks. This is what happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of the murder wasps got here. Any type of species that is not indigenous to a society or a continent or an ecosystem is going to wreak havoc on it, just like the horned wasps, the murder wasps, right? Is wreak havoc up north when we had what's called European beach rats. Now,
Right.
European
You're using those shitty headphones, right? Because we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're kind of fading out.
Holy cow, Kenny! What the hell are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I don't know what's going on. All right, so with it's called European beach grass. European beach grass was brought on the shore because it was to stabilize the dunes because they didn't want the dunes. You know what? They want stabilize it for when they dropped off goods from England or France or wherever they were doing it. And so they did it and they brought it here. And it didn't have any natural enemies, so it just took over the ecosystem. And now, instead of the dunes just don't shift at all. People have to go out there and they have to pull this beach grass. Just like people are probably going to go out there and kill some of these murder wasps if it gets to a horrible level to where there's too many of them and they're just destroying our ecosystem. Each animal or plant life is an integral part of its own ecosystem. When it's introduced to a foreign ecosystem, it's going to wreak havoc.
Yeah, and yeah, you're acting like this. Kenny, you're running. Holy cow, Kenny! What the hell are you doing over there? No, apparently.
I can't hear him very well. Can you?
No, I can't. But I was gonna say, I mean, what I caught anyway is like we've been bringing foreign species across the oceans since we've been traveling across the oceans, and it's in the form of viruses and animals and insects and whatnot. So today, it's holy cow.
What's all the feedback? I'm getting a lot of feedback.
That's on Kenny's side. That's those cheap headphones he bought.
They're not cheap.
Would you pay like $8 for them?
10.
10. Okay, well there you go. Then there must be a good pair then. But we've been spreading viruses and animals across the planet since we've been traveling across the globe back 2,000, 3,000 years ago. It's nothing new. It's just a different form, you know. So
no, it's nothing new, but it's still wreaking the same havoc it was on our environment than it was back then. It's just they didn't know it then. We now know it, that it's doing this sort of thing. Just like whatever we're bringing over, what we're bringing over now, they're going to realize 50 years from now is having.
I'll be right back. I'll be
right
back. I gotta deal with my pups here. Hold on a second.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and put this up one more time. If anyone wants to come on in. Yeah, are there any other comments on the anti-maskers or the vaccine?
Well, I don't know anything about the vaccines, but I mean the anti-maskers. With the recent videos coming out on YouTube, I have laughed my freaking ass off on some of these, Karens that are they're just imploding over this mask wearing regulation. I mean, some of the videos are so funny. I can't even stop laughing.
But it's pathetic, really,
Yeah, it's pretty bad out there. People are freaking out over it. There's no need to freak out over it. Just wear the mask. It's a public store. They can tell you to wear a tutu. They can tell you to wear whatever they want. It's private business. They could do that. It just doesn't even matter. There should be no issue.
But it is for some people. I mean, I don't get it. Jenny, no, go.
It's a safe thing to do, even though it might be uncomfortable. At least it's a safe thing to do. See, I mostly wear my mask out in public whenever I'm going to the store or wherever I'm going, I wear my mask. But when I get home, dude, that thing comes off.
Oh yeah, I don't wear it to the store. When I get close to the store, then I'll put it on. As soon as I leave the store, I take it off.
Yeah. But do you guys, when you're in the car by yourself, are you wearing it while you're driving, or do you take it off while you're driving?
I don't wear
No,
mine while I'm driving.
Do you know how many
No,
people
not
see
at all.
wearing it while they drive, and they're the only ones in the car?
That to me are people that are going to be the ones that are really freaking out over people not wearing a mask. Those are the type of people that believe that it's the end all be all. It's going to save them when it's not necessarily going to save you. It's going to help reduce the risk, but those are the people that are the exact opposite of what people are of the anti-maskers. They're the ones that are just like, oh my God, I have to wear it because if I don't, I'm gonna come up with it. And then those people are gonna, when someone they know gets it who wore a mask because it's not 100%, they're gonna freak out, and then they're probably gonna end up becoming anti-maskers because like, well, I wore the mask and it didn't help me. Well, it was never said it was 100%. So I mean, you go around, you can wear a condom and you're still gonna get a chick pregnant because it's not 100%. Nothing is 100%. The only thing guaranteed, death and taxes.
Well, no, you can guarantee. There's one definite.
Yes, it's taxes.
Well, yeah, but you can also be guaranteed that like in order to avoid getting a girl pregnant, it's just don't have sex with her.
Well, yeah, that.
Don't go near her.
Yeah.
Then you'll never get her pregnant. That's
true,
guaranteed.
but where's the fun in
That
that?
might not be an option.
Yeah, where's the fun in that, man? There's no fun in that.
No, you're young. Wait till you get older, you'll see it a different way. You'll be glad.
Dude, I'll bet you I'm older than you. Doc,
Oh,
how old are you?
How old do you think I am? You've known me long enough, Chief.
Well, I don't know. I'm 52. Where are you at, bud?
You're 52 or 62?
I'm 52.
52. Okay. And all right, so I'm 50.
Oh, okay. Hey, we got born during the Vietnam War, man. That was the best time in history.
Mm-hmm. That was the best time. That whole era was just beautiful.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I just want to do this real quick. I didn't want to just want to do about an hour. Done about 50 minutes. This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, we were all worried about you, Kenny. Trust me. We were like looking for you on Discord. Like, where the hell is Kenny?
I posted a video.
Yeah, you posted a video, but even before that and after that, like there was nothing from you at all.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh well, yeah, everything's okay. I had a busy this morning because I had to call VA and I was on hold for like 2 freaking hours. I hate being on hold that long.
Well, there's a potential revolt might happen in your Discord, people might be threatening to take over your Discord, so I would get on that.
All right.
Well, Kenny, I'll tell you what. Have a good evening, my friend, and I'm going to sign off. Chief Tuttle, the Country Cop. All units, stand by.
All right, Susan, thanks for joining me. Noli, thanks. Aaron, thank you. Kimber, Randy, Robert, Kat, Susan, Aaron, Gary W., David Rose, Aaron. I think I said Aaron already. Maybe not. Comfort Doll, thank you. Anybody else I missed who's in? Thanks for joining. This is just a real quick one. Source Watchers, thank you, sir. If you guys have anything else to say about the what we were talking about today during the panel, you're more than welcome to respond in the comment section, and we can continue the conversation going.
Yeah.
Or join the Discord. We can get going. A new phone, so I haven't had a chance to download Discord. I'll go ahead and do that, and we can keep the conversation going. All right, Stuck. Thanks for joining me. All right, man. Later, guys. Peace.